you're making the world 1% worse, according for your own standards, because the guy who was good to you, you made him wait, and the guy who was toxic, you fucked him, and the guy who was toxic, you rewarded his behavior. The guy who was a gentleman, you punished his behavior, and then you end up in this world where you're asking, where are the good men?
Y'all are crazy. Y'all really crazy. And I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that with all seriousness. Listen, he'll give you a laundry list. The bitch will be like 5'1", requesting for you to be 6'3", and she's 5'1" and a little chubby. And then I'm like, bitch, I could work with you a little bit. You could be a little chubby, maybe.
But someone like you doesn't want a girl who's fat.
Give me a second. And like, what I'll say is this, right? They'll be like, be 6'3", be super fit, exercise every day, don't smoke, don't drink.
We have not done the.
You're a drug addict.
We have not done the
calculator.
We haven't done the calculator in a while. Have you ever done
the delusional calculator? Raise your hand if you guys have ever done the delusional calculator.
I'm not that delusional because my roster's fucking hideous. I can't even sit there and say my roster is so hideous.
Your roster of men?
Yes.
Damn.
I like ugly guys.
Why you? Oh, wow. Oh, no. See,
I like ugly guys because they tend to be funny.
And check this out.
If
I ever be a woman, I do her the same way she do my ass. I'll be looking at her whole exes. I'm like, let me see what this bitch ex looks like. Ugly nigga, ugly nigga, ugly nigga.
Okay, but she
no, you're not about to fuck with me.
To be fair, she's saying because guys that are really incredibly hot are kind of douchey. Like they kind of don't give you the time of day because they know they're a little bit.
Look good,
she was
just like you.
She was motherfucking speaking.
No, okay, but I'm saying maybe
stay quiet for 3 seconds.
Good-looking men act just like hot women. Good-looking men act just like hot women.
Let's do the calculator. Let's do the calculator.
One at a time. Hold on, time out, real quick.
Time out.
Okay, are you done with your statement? Okay, Rose, what did you want to say?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, for me, I'm attracted to personality. Literally, that's how I am. And it doesn't, to me, physical appearance or whatever.
Please stop.
I don't know where that sound came from. I have no idea where that sound came from.
I don't want to be around someone who makes me feel like shit.
Agree. But whenever I hear women say I like personality, I'm a sapiosexual, I'm into vibe or good energy. The good energy always happens to be from a dude who has six-pack abs, who's at least 5'11", and fucking tattoo sleeves.
No. Of course.
And has a really toxic behavior to go along with his vibe. That's what I've seen over and over again.
No.
I have a theory.
Of course I like six-pack abs. Of course, 6 feet tall is my preference.
I don't even like
But if I had the choice between the hot guy who's a douchebag and the nice...
Yeah, but the problem is you don't. Like, you have that choice, Rose. Like, Rosie, you do. Like, there's a bunch of guys that you can choose from, and
there is, but
there's
a reason I haven't.
Wait, let me throw out my theory here.
Let me give you a theory. I don't know. Okay.
Let's get theoretical here. Okay, here's the deal: is that there's what you're talking about is two different things. There is what arouses a woman and what is attractive to a woman. So whenever you ask a woman, what are you looking for in a guy? They'll go, oh, he's got to be funny, he's got to love his mom, he's got to want kids, he's got to like rainbows, he's got to like puppy dogs, he's like to go to Disneyland, he's got to do all this, he's got to have a good job, he's got to be intelligent, he's got to have a good education, blah, blah, come from. So there's this laundry list of things. That's for the attraction side. Now, if you ask a woman, what do you find hot in a guy? Like, what gets your blood going and gets you, tingles down there? That's a whole different. That's a whole different question. So, but if you say, because if you ask a woman, you say, what are you looking for in a guy? They're going to default to what they find attractive, not necessarily what they find arousing. So, unless that woman is like really like, damn, I need something right now.
I guess the question is,
so it's like if you ask like for instance, if I were to ask the ladies on the panel, what is it about a guy like physically? What is it that turns you on about that guy? That's a different question than what are you looking for in a guy? Because women will always default to, well, what's going to be best for me in the long term?
Well, it depends on the girl too. Like if you're just wanting to live up the single life, and like if you're looking at that guy as recreational use only, I don't care if he's a douche. I mean, I'm gonna fuck the hot guy. But if I'm looking for a life partner who I'm going to like have kids with, and we're gonna be living together, I will take nice over no. Okay, no, he needs to fight for me. He needs to like keep other guys off me.
All right, so it's a go ahead.
But I'm just saying, if it's a toss up, like I don't know, I'm gonna fall in love with someone, and if they're not perfect physically, it don't bother me.
All right, so
I'm gonna go for who I fall in love with.
This is an interesting study. I think it's referred to in the Evolution of Desire, where they talk about long-term and short-term partner selection for men and women. For women, their long-term partner selection was a certain level of education, like intelligence, agreeableness, et cetera, and for short-term partners, they actually wanted them to be more good-looking. Like, so for short-term, meaning they would go have a one-night stand, but if they're gonna have one-night stand, it's gonna be with like some male stripper. For men, their long-term partners, they also also wanted a high level of agreeableness. It actually ended up being very similar. Their short-term partners, they did not give a fuck. They didn't care how smart she was. They didn't care how agreeable she was. They didn't give a shit. Like what Dr. Buss says, embarrassingly low levels of standards for short-term partners for men. And then he also goes over the beer goggle effect, which is at the end, at the 2 a.m. effect.
No one's ugly after 2 a.m.
The 2 a.m. effect. Which as the options got, like, I've been saying this to my clients for years. If you go to an after party, something went wrong. Now and think about what I'm saying, because I've been to a lot of fun after parties. But if you went to an after party, that means you didn't meet a girl. No one wanted to go home with you. And now you're going to a party where there's 3 dudes for every girl, and they're competing by giving her Coke and Molly for one of them to try to fuck her. And that's what's left for you. The after party means something went wrong. That's the point. The point is if you meet a girl and she's hot, she should probably come home with you early. Or if you have a girlfriend, why are you staying out till 7 o'clock in the morning doing drugs? It doesn't make any sense. But that's the point. Like, after party is the fail. That means something went horribly wrong.
Look, I got a theory. Let's pay attention to what these girls said.
Let's get theoretical again.
All right. So all y'all said.
Well, you didn't ask all y'all.
Okay, whatever. So look, what I'm saying is this, right? Someone in here said, I think it was you, I like personality.
Okay, call me out.
Yeah, I like personality. Because the hot guys are assholes.
No, not all of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me get to the point. You guys like to say things like this because, look, I've been a hot guy my entire life. And you guys like to say
That's based on opinion only, puppy. That is based on opinion only.
Whatever.
Based on opinion
she likes
only.
me, whatever. It's cool.
Just let him talk.
so hard.
I really fucking don't.
Look, what I'm saying is this.
Hurry
they
up.
always try these little, women are like Jedis without the lightsaber training.
Here we go.
All they have is the fucking force. So all they gotta do
land
is
the plane,
use these little
Jibrizy.
mental
Land the
games.
plane.
They can't literally beat you in a fight, so they gotta always use the mental game or some shit. But what I'm saying is this. Like, they say, the hot guys are assholes. But what I'm saying is this. Like, this is a mental tactic. You just seen it right here. They tried to, say, stop being... They low-key tried to passively tell me to stop being an asshole. But it's like, see, they don't like hot guys because hot guys remind them of themselves.
Do you like assholes?
That's an interesting
Do you like
topic.
jerks?
No.
So Jibrizy, here's the thing. I think where
I put them in their place.
the dissonance is I think it's more of like what women find that makes it, you say arousal and attraction. I say comfort and attraction. I stole that from Mystery. I used to work for Mystery a long time ago. Attraction and comfort. So when women find attractive, if you just said attractive, what I mean are the things you would have if it's a one-night stand, you're in Cancun and no one's going to find out about it, and you have the perfect guy to go home with.
Yeah.
Those are attraction qualities, okay? Attraction meaning physiological attraction, and then comfort qualities. So again, when women say, I appreciate the dad bod, it's Vince Vaughn's dad bod. It's Elon Musk's dad bod. It's what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio's dad bod. These are high status men who have additional prolactin. You know what prolactin comes from? It's when a man is mated with a woman who's pregnant, he starts putting on weight. That's essentially what happens. Women, if evolutionarily, are seeing this man put on this weight and be like, this man is not going to leave me. He's not more physically attractive, but I feel more comfort. When you ask women what they're attracted to, they state what makes them comfortable, and that's the confusion. They will say things like agreeableness and all this kind of stuff, and then you're like, but why do you keep fucking Kyler the bartender? Those are the things you like. You keep saying you want these things and you keep fucking this guy, because from a woman, what you're saying is, when I say, what are you attracted to? You're thinking of a long-term partner. But as men, we're only paying attention to who put their penis inside of you. So when you say one thing and do another, we're only looking, when you keep saying you like Alex the accountant and all the things that are great about Alex the accountant, but you keep fucking Brock the bartender, we're only looking at what Brock the bartender is doing. And to be fair, our observation, you're making the world 1% worse, according for your own standards, because the guy who was good to you, you made him wait, and the guy who was toxic, you fucked him, and the guy who was toxic, you rewarded his behavior. The guy who was a gentleman, you punished his behavior, and then you end up in this world where you're asking, where are the good men? This is the reason why. But what happened was with the manosphere is that the guys who were doing the fucking started communicating with the guys who weren't, and they started taking notes. They started, wait a second,
aggregating
wait
information.
a second, hold a second. All the stuff that Disney told me. No. But Brock fucked that girl that I actually like. Wait, all the stuff that Disney told me, turns out that shit wasn't true. That wasn't true. And all the things that I was told, it turns out those are things that made her feel comfortable. Again, I wish men would be more vulnerable. No, a man you're attracted to can be vulnerable. A man you just met being vulnerable looks like a homeless person to you. Again, for a man, like, what's his face? Machine Gun Kelly wearing a pink dress. If you're a normal dude wearing a pink dress, you're a fucking weirdo in a pink dress. But if you're a superstar like
you're Machine Gun
Kelly, telling
Yes.
you have
do
so
not
much
find him
attraction.
attractive
All right, but
at all.
so many women do find him attractive that he can get away with wearing a pink dress, and it actually builds comfort. And that's what's so fucking insane about this whole thing. So we're confusing men by telling them, hey, just be yourself. Well, if you're not attracted to him and he just bees himself, you're just going to eliminate him quicker. And that's why women say that shit. to be honest with you.
Lana, how old are you?